Team Penske caught cheating at the 500? Let's discuss. Every team in the paddock in every racing series is looking in the gray areas to try to find whatever advantage they can. Even in a spec series like IndyCar, virtually every team hires at least one spy or technical photographer. So basically what happened is Team Penske was caught putting some kind of a seam sealer to smooth out a hard edge on the rear attenuator for better aerodynamics. However, the attenuator is actually a piece of spec safety bodywork that is designed to absorb rear impacts. It's not supposed to be modified because it is a safety part of the car. The rulebook states it pretty clearly in black and white. Rule 14.1.3 that all cuts provided by an approved supplier must be used as supplied without modification unless otherwise approved by IndyCar and stated in these rules or in the updated bulletins. The problem is these cars have been going through tech all week long with this modification done. So it was either incompetence or willful overlooking because the rear attenuator and wing are removed for tech, and it goes through its own examination due to it being a safety device. So we, as technical or spy photographers, have images showing Penske modifying this attenuator going back since at least last year's Indy500. In fact, all you need to do is visit the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum and take a look at Joseph Newgarden's 2024 Indy500 winning car that's on display, which clearly has this modification done to it. You can see here photos from the 2024 Indy500. On the left, Power Rewards attenuator with no modifications at all. And on the right, Scott McLaughlin's 2024 pole-winning car with the modification. Note, and I want to make sure that we make this perfectly clear, it has not been found that Scott McLaughlin's 2025 Indy car has had this modification. However, both Will Power and Joseph Newgarden's car both did. I can say just from experience and actually seeing it for well over a year that Team Penske has been doing this for a while. And it's surprising that they're just now getting caught. Other teams of the paddock have been aware of this based on our technical photos, and as recorded by Marshall Truett of Racer during a press conference with IndyCar's and INS President Doug Bowles on Monday, May 19th. These teams have been sounding the alarm for quite some time, with no action taken by IndyCar until now. Rules are broken in the paddock all the time, such as Rule 17.5.2, which states, during the entire event, no screen, cover, or obstruction may be intentionally placed to obscure any part of the car. So, for example, AJ Fleet Racing, who, by the way, has a partnership with Team Penske, have been placing shop rags conveniently over their dampers all week, as well as for the past 3 years. They're not the only team in the paddock that is doing this. Ray Hall and Lanigan, Ganassi, and Meyer Shank have also been known to do this over the years as well. I guess my question is, if the series is going to let teams get away with the smaller infractions, like intentionally placing a shop rag or a blanket or a hat to obscure car parts, why would we think if they would enforce or fine some of the larger infractions? Team Penske was penalized and will start at the back of the field for the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500. And with this controversy of this year's Indy500, I believe this shows that we as spy photographers in any series are a very important part of the paddock and race weekend, because we keep the teams and the series both accountable to produce a fair and even playing field, especially, for instance, when the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the series, and one of the top tier teams is owned by the same guy. I think it has finally been determined that the series needs to do a better job because the optics of this look really, really bad. Now, IndyCar operations needs to determine why and how these cars have passed tech for basically the past 2 years with this illegal modification. Just my thoughts. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think spy photography is a vital part of any of the paddocks? Do you think it's right, wrong? Uh, how do you feel about the Penske modifications? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please like it and subscribe. And let's help it grow.